everyone. How's everyone doing? I hope you're doing amazing. I certainly am, and I always enjoy being here spending time with you. My name is Tawnie. I'm a licensed psychotherapist, and today, welcome to Tawnie Talks. Let's go ahead and go into our fishbowl of questions, where we have questions that have either been asked or have come across, and see if we can answer a question to help someone. Today's question is, Dear Tawnie, I don't know if I'm being petty by expecting my good friend to be loyal to me when a mutual friend has been so mean to me and cruel, and I've decided to end my friendship with our mutual friend. Am I wrong to expect my close friend to be loyal to me and not be friends with that person? What do I do? What a wonderful question, and one that I think many of us can relate to. Is it fair to expect a good friend of ours to be loyal to us when someone has hurt and wronged us? Is it petty? Does it seem that we're trying to tell them who they can be friends with? We're trying to control their lives? Is it just the wrong thing to expect? Should they be able to be friends with whoever they want to be friends with, no matter how that makes us feel? Or is it okay to expect loyalty from someone who you deem as a good close friend to you? Perhaps they might even be a family member. Is it okay to expect loyalty, to have support, to have someone defend you against someone, quote unquote, an enemy that has hurt you and wronged you or has been cruel to you? How would you answer this question? I'm sure it's one that many people have struggled with. Here's my take on this. I think loyalty is a wonderful, wonderful thing. I think loyalty and trust go hand in hand. But before I decide to confront my friend about ending things with our mutual friend or sharing with my friend that I've decided to end things with our mutual friend, I'd want to ask myself a few questions. Some of those questions could be, how would this affect my friendship with my good friend once we have this conversation? What are my expectations of how she's going to take this? And what are my expectations for myself if she decides that she wants to continue to be friends with someone who has been mean to me? What are the consequences and the fallout of her deciding to continue to be friends with that person that has wronged me? Is this a friend that I've known for a long time and I consider a good friend? Is it someone that I feel would have my back and defend me? Is this someone that I trust? Is this someone that I feel close to enough to even have this conversation with? So these are some really great questions to start asking yourself. Also asking if it's realistic that this person would be able to take a stand. Some people are not able to take a stand for other people and even themselves. It's really hard for these types of people to be able to have a confrontational conversation. Sometimes it's easier just to try to be friends with everyone and not ruffle any feathers. When you're deciding to take a stand for yourself, I want you to know that I think it's an act of bravery, that you've decided that this person is no longer welcome in your life. They've done something to you that has hurt you, that perhaps was unjustified, they've been cruel to you, and you've decided that you no longer want their toxic, abusive behavior in your life. I want to applaud you for that decision because it takes guts and bravery to make a decision like that. Oftentimes, we're faced with tough choices in work, business, relationships, everyday choices, and sometimes our choices can truly affect someone else. May we be bold enough to make that choice and not caring how it affects someone else, knowing that it's the right choice for us, that'll bring us the peace and happiness. I think trust and loyalty are very, very important characteristics and traits to have in business, in personal relationships, in finance. I think open transparency and communication go hand in hand with loyalty and trust. So to answer that question, I think it's 100% okay to expect someone that you hold near and dear to your heart to defend you, to come alongside you and support you, and to have loyalty with you. I think that you also need to ask yourself and prepare yourself for the option that this person may not want to do that. And in that case, you have a choice to make. You can choose to walk away from both friendships, or if you don't want to completely cut off the friendship with your good friend, you can always take a step back and create some distance there. Maybe you don't tell them all your innermost secrets. Maybe you don't trust them with prayer requests. Maybe you just keep things very superficial. There might be things about this friendship that you do enjoy, but it doesn't have to be that deep and close anymore now that they've decided they want to be friends with, quote unquote, your enemy, someone that has wronged you. I truly believe in that saying, a friend to everyone is a friend to no one. I think choosing sides sometimes is going to be inevitable, and it takes true guts and courage to not care if your choice is going to bother someone or make someone really happy. Ultimately, you've got to do what's right in your heart and do the right thing, even if it means standing up against someone that has been very, very cruel or someone that might be intimidating, whether it is at a meeting or at work or if you're in a social environment. I think always doing the right thing and defending someone that's been wronged is a good choice. Also, your other friend, your good friend, might want to know that they have a choice too to have an open conversation with someone, the mutual friend that has wronged you, and try to get both sides of the story. And then they are free to make a choice for themselves, whether or not they want to come alongside you and support you, or whether or not they want to continue to be friends with the other person. They have a choice in that matter as well. You get to choose how you accept their choice, how you process their choice, and whether or not you are going to be okay with it. That's the wonderful aspect of being able to be in control of your emotions and being able to choose things and process things. So I think that it was a great question that we've been asked today. I hope my answers have been helpful for you. I think it's a multifaceted answers. I definitely think that, making a pros and cons list might be helpful, processing what the consequences and the fallout can be about having these hard conversations with your good friend, considering all the aspects about it, taking a deep breath, praying about it, and then proceeding to have those tough conversations if it's still in your heart. Sometimes you don't even need to have a conversation with that person. You can just choose to create some space, and you can create space with the person that's wronged you and the person that you don't feel safe having that conversation with on the grounds of loyalty. I hope today's been so helpful for you. If you've enjoyed today's talk, please consider liking and subscribing to this channel so that you get notified when I post new content. And if no one's told you today yet, I hope you know that you're special, that you're unique, that there's no one like you in this whole wide world. And I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.